Hello everyone and welcome back to some more ARK. Now, this pterodon here has been hanging out with Nightblade. I think they become friends, but this one just keeps on hanging out. But a couple things on the home front I wanted to report on. You can see number 4 seems to have gotten to a little bit of a quarrel with the other girls of the harem. I don't really know what's going on, but this is unacceptable, so we're going to go ahead and bring her back into the fold. In reality, what probably happened here is that something stupid jumped off that cliff. It was like, I want to play with you, and then it got wrecked. So that's in all likelihood is what happened. I did do a little bit of a head count here. I don't think we're missing one here. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And then, of course, the main wife is there. And, of course, Scorpy is still alive, because it wouldn't be a harem of Scorpies without Scorpy there. So, that is that. But anyways, today what we got going on, or what we got planned, is we actually have a couple of the little items that we haven't quite tackled yet, but we wanted to. Also, I did install this, hello? Okay. I installed this gate. It doesn't look very good. I know it doesn't look really good. We'll get this replaced with one of the better gates. But I did see that a lot of people were recommending that we go ahead and install a gate there. So I put one in for the time being. Nothing too crazy, nothing too grand. Just a little bit of something, something. But we're going to go ahead and knock off 2 items off our list. There it goes again. And those 2 items are actually something that are fairly important, despite us not having done them yet because of the nature of what they are. And those are, I'm going to hopefully go right now to recruit, and those beautiful little star showers are actually beautiful. But we're going to try to recruit a beaver. And we're not going to try to recruit a beaver from the area near us. We're going to go further away for beavers, actually. So we're going to go a ways away from here to get some beavers, and then bring one back. I think, and actually I should probably check this real quick. And let's see. I just want to make sure that we can find their positions relatively easily. Alright, so yeah, it looks like that's south. The mid area south is pretty good grounds for finding beavers. So we're going to go ahead, go towards the middle, and then, let's see, let me get my bearings here. So, red obelisk. Okay, so you're over here by the green. And I'm not going to go after that supply drop, but getting a beaver, and then we're also going to hopefully find ourselves, I forgot what it's called. I just don't remember what I was doing. We need to get ourselves a beaver, and there's one more thing I was supposed to gather. I don't remember what it was. Oh, and I wanna also try to tame a mob boss, or not mob boss, but one of the little friendly monkey dudes, one of the big feet, as it were. So we are going to go on a quest for those bad boys. Oh, you know what? It wasn't even that I was trying to do, although we will try to do that today. We're going to go for the trifecta. So, okay, beavers. The big monkey men, and then hopefully also a buddy, because we haven't recruited a buddy this season yet. We also technically haven't recruited a turtle in terms of for our base so far, so we should get onto the turtle grind as well. But the real one that occurred to me was like, hey, you know what would be a pretty good idea is we should tame a buddy, because everyone's been telling me, you know, buddies make great pooping machines, and I'm like, you know what, I totally agree with that sentiment. I think you are absolutely in the correct. Oh gosh, they're gonna cross paths. But they're okay. They're okay with each other. Don't really know how that works, but they got along. Alright, so we're going to follow this riverbank here, and we're going to hopefully find ourselves some beaver friends. Now, the beavers, of course, will be handy for collecting wood. Ultimately speaking, and realistically speaking for us, beavers aren't too important. I mean, they'll be a nice little... No, leave them alone. They'll be something nice to have for sure, but I don't really think that there's something that's like super duper important. But they will make life a little bit easier and stuff, right? So it's more of just it'll be a convenience thing, not so much a needed thing. I know some people, of course, who are not really familiar with ARK. Some dinosaurs have different function and utility. The utility that the beaver lands for us, I think it's technically called a castaroides, the beaver, what it does lend us is the ability for it to go pick up wood, and I think even thatch passively. And it just wanders around. We just have to make sure that we set the targeting range to small, and I think that actually changes how far it wanders. But we're going to go ahead and do that and set up a little beaver camp. Hopefully it goes the way I expect it to go, which is I think they'll just kind of stay near where they are left. They won't wander too far, but we'll see how it goes in terms of our best laid plans of mice and men. As we all know the saying, it does not always go according to plan. ARK is very tumultuous. As a general thing for ARK, it's very, very prone for you to make a plan, you know, think of all these details, and then for the game to be like, nope, and then just completely wreck your day. But we do have other things that we haven't tamed yet. We haven't gotten into the aquatics or any of those critters yet, so we actually are far ways away from there. We also want to, hopefully at some point, check out, and I'm in new territory here. I actually think I've never seen this area before. Oh wait, no, we've gone all the way to the part. We've gone all the way to the part. We're pretty close though. But yeah, we're hoping to eventually get some stuff. But aquatic creatures we haven't tackled yet. We haven't gotten a Quetzal, and I think I want to try, and I'm gonna put like the biggest emphasis I can on the word try, to recruit a Quetzal by myself with a grappling hook. That has, I've looked up a couple of videos. I've seen what people have done with the grappling hooks, and my gut assumption is I'm going to fudge it up. that is just kind of the way I think it'll end up going. Not because, of course, I'm trying to fail, but just because it's just going to be the nature of the beast, I think. So we'll go ahead and hope for the best whenever we tackle that. We also haven't really gotten one of these bad boys, or the actual, like, again, I call them like reindeer-ish thingies. I don't really know what they are. But we haven't really tackled them. I am lagging. And we do need to get crack-a-lackin' into that as well. Alright, it looks like I am out of luck. I am not seeing any beavers along this entire coast. And I am not exactly comforted by that fact. Looks like frogs. Yeah, we got some Sarco action, some frog action, some Titan boas here, but no. Yeah, I can't say I see any beavers around here, which is what we want, so not very good. We're going really far. Now, we are making this into a looped path. I am eventually going to hit where the other boys' base are. The other boys' bases are. That is really a mouthful to say. So we will eventually tackle that as the place to get the beavers if we can't find them elsewhere. But I assume that we would find one. Surely we'd find one around here. But alas, we shall see. We shall see how this goes. Also, coincidentally, I think I've figured out what my key bindings are for this. I'd say think because I already forgot which one is which. But I changed them up, so I believe period whistles my critters to go attack my target, and comma makes them passive. I think that's the way I have it set up right now, one of the two. That was partially in preparation for the Kwehs taming thing, but also just so I can have that ready. The passive thing comes in handy whenever I forget to set a unit into neutral or otherwise. It also will help us in terms of whenever one of our friends gets a little bit too finicky about a target, we can go ahead and tell them just, hey, you know, chill out, it's alright. Let's see if we can actually put this purple drop here. Here, let's just pick you up. I don't see anything else around here. I think we're good. It is in a really weird spot. Okay, I'm gonna just assume that we can do this. And ooh, a shotgun. Interesting. We will also, by the way, make ourselves a long neck rifle. Probably next episode, somewhere around there. We also are pretty much ready to go in terms of our good old buddy T-Rex, in terms of getting the stuff needed to make his kibble. Now, I'm not sure how that's going to go. Because our taming speed on the server is up a little bit, it's not going to necessarily require as much stuff. Like, I forget what the number is, but you actually need like a pretty decent amount of kibble. What is that? What is this? Is that one of their rafts? Whose raft are you? Oh, it's part of Lachlan Miola Vic. Interesting. Alright, so yeah, we will get on that gun game soon. and work towards those things and perhaps get the Rex as well. I think it might make more sense for me to get trank darts when we go out to tame the Rex, so that might be the way we go down about doing those particular tasks, but we will see. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we're gonna find some beavers around these parts, and I would love to find a beaver, but right now I do not see any beavers. It's a long trip back too, so this is going to be something that is a little bit of an arduous process. We are going to hopefully find one soon, though. Monkey men, proud as ever, wandering about, no shirts. Alright, we are officially by the boys, and I do see these little beaver huts. I mean, we can always just tick everything off and open one of them up. I guess that's an option. Although I'd rather not do that if I could help it. That said, I'm not seeing any, like... Oh, there's one. I see one in the water there. Okay. I see one beaver. One stinking solitary beaver is all I see. Right here, can I swoop you up? I think beavers might actually be too big for an Argentavis. I should probably confirm whether or not I can take one from here. If not, we might need to go back and recruit one from our area. Just because of the fact that if they're too big for Argentavis, can you be carried? Let me see here. I'm gonna look up whether or not... I'm wondering... Okay, it does look like they can be picked up by an Argentavis, so I'm not too worried about it, I suppose. Why is it always foggy on the server? I swear, it just does this for me, too. The server waits until I sign on, and they just bang, fog out of nowhere. Come on. Well, great. I can't see through the water anymore. I think we might have to go with plan A. I think we might have to go tick it off by opening one of its little homes up and taking its riches. Unless I can be so lucky as to find one just kind of flopping around the water. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we can find one just flopping about. That is the most ideal situation here, right? So if we could just find one of these beavers, we'll be in a pretty good place. There it is. There she blows. Or he. Either way possible. Alright, come on. Now, I don't know how much of my bolt's momentum is broken up by the fact that I'm shooting underwater, but I do want to recruit you a wee bit further away. Oh, flag spike. And I do not want to fight it in or underwater. That is not a basic guy. Alright. Do not wish to fight this thing underwater. Okay. And it looks to be tired and tuckered out. I have no meat. Great job, Choco. Excellent. Excellent planning. You have done good today. Hello, fishy. Goodbye, fishy. I need your raw meat. The other fish is like, just stay very still. Be one with the seaweed. Alright. I'm assuming these things eat meat. They don't? Crap. Alright, well, fudge. Do you eat berries? Take the meat back. Okay, so they are berry critters. That is not what I thought they would do. For some reason, I thought beavers ate fish. Am I wrong about that? I probably am wrong about that. I don't know anything, man. Do I look like a beaver specialist to you? Alright, so... Ooh, it's actually even ripping through that torpor pretty quickly. We actually have to be a little bit careful that we don't let it wake up. Wow. That thing is... Okay, so this beaver is going to take a while to tame. That's just the nature of what we are doing here. I don't think we're going to run into any trouble here. This area is pretty docile. Just a whole bunch of beaver nests and whatever else, but... This trike is just... does not care. Alright, you're being very rude and disrespectful. I will kill you if I need to. I will. Don't you think I won't. Alright, let's see. Let's throw in some more Mejos in there. I'm assuming just like everything else that eats berries, these things love Mejos over anything else, although you would never be able to tell by the fact that it is taming at the speed of slow. So, I guess we'll just keep on plopping along and hoping for the best here. Now, the really sad thing is that we have plenty of berries back home. I just assumed that they were meat eaters. So I just was like, oh, they'll probably... They're not very big critters. Like, surely they'll tame quickly. And it appears that was my first mistake. Alright, so... Go ahead. Let's drop off all this stuff here. Drop off these seeds. You can even hold on to the stem berries. Why not? And then we'll just give you a good knockout punch here. Now, I do have some narcotics. So I can... Actually, I probably should use some of these to knock them out pretty well. Here. Let's see. How are we doing? This torpor is going up. Here, I'm just going to give it 5 narcotics and really knock this sucker out. Like, this... This poor beaver is just like, what the heck, man? Like, why are you drugging me, bro? Dude, I need your stuff, man. I need it. Let's go get Featherhead. Oh, gosh, I was about to call him Professor Birdbrain. Then I remembered. Birdbrain was no more. I miss Birdbrain. It's actually kind of sad to lose. When you lose a Dino in ARK, it actually is kind of a sad experience whenever it's like part of your, not your core team, but whenever it's part of your, like, well, I guess, yeah, whenever it's part of your core team, it's kind of a sad moment. So, dang. Feels bad, man. Alright. Well, wow, you just don't tame at all. This thing actually might be harder to tame than... No, it's not. It's not harder to tame than a Spino. I was about to say it might be harder to tame than a Spino, but there's no way. Spino was a pain in the butt. But it's pretty hard. It's definitely not easy to tame these little buggers. I would definitely say that. Hello? Can I pick up the poop? Hello? There we go. Alright, well, might as well go ahead, rip some of these bad boys now. And this is going to be a long, long trip back to home. It is going to be a redonkulous trip back home. I am going to be honest. I am not looking forward to this hike. Because taking this sucker all the way from the bottom of the map, basically, to like the mid part of the western area, pretty long journey. Pretty long journey indeed. Oh, we have a new subscriber. DJ Waffles. That's a resub, I'm pretty sure. Strange. Thank you very much for the Severino, though, Waffles. Now, let me see here. We're going to go ahead and drop some of this stuff out. And I think... Wow, look at its torpor. It went straight back down. What the fleep, yo. Alright, feed all the narcoberries. Knock this sucker out well. My gosh. And we're not even halfway there. These kind of critters are the most difficult to tame because they just do not stay knocked out. Like they just don't care. They just long hair don't care. They just come right back. They just go playing flip and they just return right away. Kind of obnoxious. Alright, I don't wanna take away from the boys' supply of cementing paste. So I will leave them be, but man oh man. Suppose I just collect more berries and such. We'll hopefully figure it out. Okay, let me go grab some berries. Looking pretty good. I'd say we're doing actually pretty well for ourselves. Go ahead, grab this. Okay. Well, what are you? Level 2 Parasaur, please. Alright, let's go back, make sure that our little beaver friend is still A-okay. Ooh, Featherhead, I will take your poop. It's weird, but at the same time, you walk your dog, you pick up your dog's poop. You fly your bird, you gotta pick up your bird's poop. Just the way the world works, man. Just the way the world works. Alright, throw out these stones, throw out the stem berries, because it's little stem berries. Man, still... Okay, there we go. Now we just broke half. Wow. You better be worth it, man. That's all I gotta say about you. You better be the greatest addition to our squad, because you are the one that is the most exotic of the critters, for sure. We went the furthest for this guy. Alright. Now, normally what I would do, if this guy was like a Bronto or something, I would feed it stims. So, if you feed something stim berries, then it gets hungry, and then it will eat through more food, which in turn makes it eat faster, which in turn makes it tame faster. But problem is here is that I'm not really too keen on doing that with a critter that loses torpor this quickly. It just makes me feel really uneasy. I know I have narcotics galore, but I just feel like something bad would happen, and I don't really want to risk it, so I'm being a little bit cautious, perhaps overly cautious. But you know what? I think it's better to be over prepared than under. I'd rather overestimate what can happen rather than underestimate, because if this thing untames, we start off from square one. No buenos, I think. No buenos to be had. Alright. How we doing, friend? Doing okay. Your torpor's going back down, so let's go ahead and knock you out. Alright, so I guess we're just going to collect some more berries here. Pass the time. Gather some berries. I guess this is a good opportunity for me to talk about some kind of general, more, not immediate goals, but kind of, you know, sooner rather than later kind of goals. Our farms are working. We do have the long grass, and we definitely have enough long grass to get our kibble prepared. The one thing that I'm not sure about is whether or not we have enough kibble for it to be a complete kibble tame. Now, as many people have pointed out, the levels of dinos on the server don't go that high, right? And then some people are like, well, what's the point? Why would you go through all the trouble of getting the kibble for a dino that's not super high level? It's because while it may not be a super high level compared to the universe of ARK, so to speak, it is going to be a higher level compared to what is on the server currently. Now, that, of course, may change in time, but as of particularly right now, this is probably about as good as you're going to get, right? In terms of, if I do everything I can to make this a good Rex tame, then it should be a good Rex tame, if that makes sense. So, hopefully, we will be on the right track here. Let me go ahead and knock you back out. Alright. And man, we're just cracking the 2/3 mark. Just cracking it. Alright, other news. Fully repaired all my armor. Equipment obviously has some wear and tear on it, but overall pretty well. With this shotgun, actually, kind of curious as to... I'm kind of curious to mess around with it. We are going to hit at guns again fairly soon. We haven't actually put up the electrical outlets here, and actually this is this actually is a great time to do this. Hold on. Let's just completely knock you out. Alright, we're just going to completely knock him out, and we're going to go look over some of this stuff. Alright, so we're currently level 68. We're closing in on 70, which is a ridiculously high level. But we might consider re-rolling. I'm not entirely sure about that, but we have unlocked elevators. Now, I didn't realize this would be the case, but these things are mad expensive, EP-wise. And I mean ridiculously expensive. It is absolutely bonkers how much this requires. And I think what we might end up doing is we might just go with an elevator track and a large elevator platform and always make it around that, because we can always use ladders, we can always use ramps, we can use other things to get things from point A to point B at different heights. And if they're smaller in size, then they can do those, but the large one will be for, you know, your Rexes, your Brontos. I have no idea how big it is. I'm talking out my butt right now. I have no idea how big they can accommodate. We also have some other things here. We got, of course, the Trank Dart, which I'm actually going to learn that right now to guarantee that we have that in the wing. So I need to learn how to make a simple rifle ammo, which is right here, which requires us to know how to make gunpowder, which we, of course, have saved up a fair bit of charcoal for. So I'm not too concerned about that, he said, without having any idea where... Okay, there it is. So there's gunpowder. Let me go ahead, grab a bit of simple rifle, and then we are going to go ahead and grab ourselves tranquilizer darts. So cool. Now we are going to need a long neck rifle to make those darts actually work. which in turn is going to require us to make a flare gun. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is why I said earlier on, you can't go spending these willy-nilly. You can't just do that. Yeah, sure, maybe you hit a high enough level at some point that you just don't have to worry about it. You learn everything. But up to that point, man, it's a lot of pick and choose. You have to decide, hey, you know what? I want to go after this, I want to go after that. I will say, however, that you can mind wipe. You can reset it, which means that we could theoretically use those to learn everything that we want, make a whole bunch of stuff, and then go back and be in good shape. So perhaps something we will do. Perhaps. But we will certainly have to see how this all unfolds. Now, let's go ahead and learn the long neck rifle, and we're down to 145, and then I think we're actually all in good shape here. Now, let me just make sure that our beaver friend is fine. Yep, he's going to tame within this moment. But yeah, so some kind of things in the future. We also have to learn air conditioning at some point for whenever we want to make our own bibas. We're also going to have to think about, you know, some other things in terms of there is an assault rifle in the game. Obviously, we just picked up a shotgun, which is kind of neat. I don't think shotguns have any other higher things that they can turn into. Let me see real quick. Let's just take a quick gander. We are looking at... Okay, I guess to make a pump action shotgun, you require the shotgun. And then so on and so forth. Now, there does look to be a pretty sick looking gun there. Okay, there's the beaver. And we also have like GPS and stuff, so quite a few options in terms of what we could be learning. Let me go ahead and whistle him to chill. So we have to be careful. I do think that mind wipe tonics will be something that we do at some point, just to make sure that we can kind of enjoy whatever we want to kind of do in ARK. But it is something that we have to be a little bit choosy about in terms of things, just because of the way that works. You had... No, you didn't. You didn't have any... Oh, wait, no, this... I'm looking at Featherhead's inventory. I was about to be like, Featherhead, you lying? Or not Featherhead, but Beaver, you lying? But he ain't lying. He be truthful. He be loyal. He's smart. He loyal. Alright, Featherhead leveling up. Moving up in the world, eh? Alright, so let's just go ahead. We'll shoot over to the west coast. Probably take a break when we hit the west coast up, because I don't think we can make this trip in one shot. Although... there. I'd say right about here. We're actually on a beeline over towards our base area. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we can make our journey halfway. Maybe we can just do this in 2 flights. And we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm actually feeling, I think we might, I know a lot of you guys are just like, oh my gosh, not again, Choco. But we might skip Big Monkey Man. We might skip Big Monkey Man. Getting a Fiamia shouldn't be hard, but getting a Monkey Man will be time consuming. I don't know. Maybe they'll do it anyway. We'll see. We'll see how much time we have left after we get the beaver back to our base, and then take a look at whether or not we can find a relatively well-positioned buddy, and if the buddy is tamed relatively quickly, or if I don't have to watch over the buddy being tamed, then maybe we'll tackle a Big Monkey Man. Hopefully. We'll see. But we were going to go ahead and... yeah, we're going to go ahead and just kind of go about things this way. And also, as a side note, I did see that someone in stream chat here is typing. So, even with blueprints, right? Blueprints are all fine and dandy, but blueprints do not enable you to go past that point in the tech tree. Long neck rifle, I believe, is something that's going to be used in other gun designs or other gun engrams. So I have to go ahead and pick up some along the way. And long neck rifle, of course, is going to be one of those I have to pick up because otherwise I can't unlock the rest of the tech tree. So kind of a pick and choose thing there as well. And I think it is, unfortunately, a necessary evil. But we will see. We will see. Alright, it looks relatively peaceful here. See a buddy over there. Alright, let's go ahead and take this time to regen our stamina. Alright, stamina's looking good. Let's go ahead, pick up our friend, and continue moving on. And lovely, it's raining. Which in ARK, rain is surprisingly not a bad thing all the time. It's not a good thing a lot of the time, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Rain is 50-50, right? It really does depend, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. We'll see how that goes. But now we have the things we need in order to use trank arrows, or trank darts. And here's the thing for those of you who have never seen this. So right now we currently use trank arrows, right? The trank arrows are fine. They don't really I don't really think that trank arrows are particularly hard to use or anything like that. Especially with the crossbow, because it pulls it all the way back for you. You don't have to worry about that. And with a bow, you can do relatively low amounts of damage and all that stuff. Now, my understanding is that the trank dart, it's a more potent version of the trank arrow, and it does less damage. So it's a little bit on the safer side in terms of if you want to tame something, like, remember whenever we were taming Scorpy's harem, like a couple of them, they just went bang, out like a light if we hit them with a crossbow, because it just took too much damage. I think the trank darts are going to help us avoid that problem, and it'll also help things reach their knockout point faster, so for bigger things like the Rex, like Quetzals, things like that, they will be handy. So we do have to kind of keep that in mind as we go forward here. But, alright, I think we're actually almost home, surprisingly. That was actually not nearly as bad of a trip as I thought it would be. Yep, there is the lake. It's still not a lake. I still have to remember this is an inlet. It's not a lake. But let me go ahead. We'll drop off this bad boy. And I did see that Vic picked one up and named it Justin Beaver, which was, of course, the name of ours back in the day. But you know what? Justin Bieber's been succeeded. We will have to make up a new one. I think I might name it after one of the two Angry Beavers, but not this episode. I'll give it some thought, because I did really like the show Angry Beavers whenever I saw it. It's an old show, but it was really funny. I don't know why. It's something about the prospect of Angry Beaver. I don't know. It made me giggle. All right, so let's see here. I think if I change your targeting range to low, and then let's go to lowest range, and then if I enable wandering, you're going to wander around, but you're not going to wander too far. Let's see if he does what I expected him to do. Okay. As the trees just start falling. My God. Alright, so we're going to let that thing do its thing. We're going to let the beaver go hit up its own jams. Now let me see if we can find a buddy. There was a buddy previously on this hill. I do not know if said buddy is still here, but it would be nice if said buddy was still there. Which it does not look like is the case, unfortunately. I do see a raptor. It's like a couple of raptors, actually, running amok. Huh. Where'd your friend go? I know there were two of you. Oh, you're a level 18. Wow. That's actually kind of impressive. Okay, so there are two more raptors underneath me, scattering about. We do need to cull these guys whenever we get the chance to. Oh, there's another raptor up there. I think it's fighting a turtle. I think I see the silhouette of a buddy, if I'm not mistaken. There, let's even the scales a little bit here. Alright, down goes a raptor. Yep, that is indeed a buddy right there. Oh, buddies are on the run. Really? Are you seriously still alive? Yo, this raptor, though, it's a level 4 as well. What the fudge? What? How are you this strong? Are you kidding? Like, actually, though, how? Okay, whatever. I am. You could officially put me in the I am confused column, because I have no idea how that's even possible. That raptor is just like, nah, man, I ain't about that life. I am also just about out of gas. That's okay. We're relatively close by. Wow, that's crazy. I can't believe how tanky that thing was. That thing just did not want to go down. Alright, let's go over. And we'll leave the Fiumier. We're going to leave it by the farm grounds, and then we'll tame it there. Now, I'm hoping that a level 4 Fiumier is not going to get RKO'd by crossbow. Actually, I guess we might as well be safe. Oh, wow, you're wandering fairly far, considering I told you not to wander far. Alright, let me go ahead and switch to bow. Let's just be on the safe side of things, yeah? Alright, so, I saw poop. Well, I guess the poop really doesn't matter. Wait, did you double poop? Featherhead, you beast! The double poop in action. Alright. Okay, 2 arrows in. House is surprisingly coming in useful here. Who knew? Who knew that our house would have this kind of benefit? Alright, let's go back over here. I'm not entirely sure what our beaver is doing. Are you in combat? Nope. No idea what it's doing. Alright, well. Beaver's lost it. Beaver has completely and utterly... Actually, hold on. No, we can't. We were not going to find any. Dang. Our mejo berries might or might not have lost all their fertilizers, so we may be out. Yeah, that was pretty bad. But then again, who needs that when you got Stego over here who can just rock out these berries like nothing? Okay, let's also grab that poop. Nope. But greatly appreciate the poop. Thank you. Alright, and we'll just zip on over. I don't think I'm that heavy right now. Come on, buddy. Let's go right over. I'm going to ride in fashion if I'm going to ride off into the sunset. You know what I'm saying? Alright, I think Buddy is still knocked out. Buddies are supposed to be super duper easy to tame. So it's not really like... I don't expect it to have a really quick torpor drain. Oh, also, we do need to recruit a egg grabber at some point. If possible. Yeah, look at it. It's just chomping. Look at this guy. He's hungry. He's a hungry hippo. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, this guy wants to be tamed. He's begging for it. Okay, what is our beaver doing? Beaver, what the fudge are you doing? Come here. Stop being dumb. I want you to clear out this part of the forest. So get to it. Don't wander off. How much wood you got? How much wood you got? Beaver's got wood upon wood, yo. Well, this beaver ain't playing no games. Alright. So there we got the beaver back on task, hopefully. I'm really hoping it doesn't keep wandering off into the water like an idiot. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? Maybe I have to give it like a... Maybe I have to like put him into a pen or something. I don't really know what to do there. Alright. Wow. You tamed and pooped twice, like immediately. That is crazy. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're gonna leave the buddy right by the compost bin. That way we can just kind of have him just poop out tons of poop whenever we are in need of more fertilizer, which we actually are in need of. So we can go do that. And I think we have enough time for us to still hopefully tackle the good works that need to be done, aka I need to get the big monkey man. I think we have enough time. I think we do. And if we don't, then we're going to go overtime, and we're going to still do it anyways because I'm a filthy savage. Alright, go ahead, throw that in there, max them out. Alright, cool. And then we'll take the remaining little poop skadoodles, and we're going to go ahead and use those for our little guys over in our greenhouse. And these fertilizers have been doing great. These things have been doing awesome in the greenhouse. You can see here, this is still at 208,000, 239,000, 209,000, 201,000. These things retain their fertilizer like you would not believe. It is absolutely off the charts crazy. But the other guys have been doing pretty well too. These guys have been holding their own for sure. Actually, I'm going to take whatever narco berries you got because you're not going to do anything else with them. 20,000, 23,000. So these guys have been actually pumping out enough narco berries that I'm not too concerned at any given day. I put 2 fertilizers in there to make good because this thing went back to being, well, I guess it's a fruitling now. It did used to be a seedling, but it went back to being a fruitling, I guess. But either way, good things happening there. So overall, work being done, being accomplished, of course, in the best way that you can imagine. We are going to go back there, grab some measure berries, and then we're going to go try to tame a big monkey man. And hopefully that is going to go down without too much incident. So far, though, we've been actually doing pretty well for ourselves. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed by our ability to not get thrown off. We've been doing pretty good in that regard. Alright, only 3 narcotics, but it's whatever. Alright, so, we don't need a bow and arrow, so I'm not too concerned about that. All I need to do is have a dream, and that... And he goes straight back. Is he making a... Oh, maybe he's making a dam. Is that what he's doing? Maybe that's what he's doing. Interesting. Okay, I never considered that as an actual thing. Interesting, interesting, interesting. It never occurred to me that that could be what it's doing, but maybe that's what it's doing there. Maybe it's just zipping around like that because it's just putting together its house. Hmm. That means we're gonna have to get it a wife. we will have to get it a wife for sure at some point. All right, let's take these Measure Berries off of there. Let's put them into the last slot. Shut the door for safety. And I did see a Sarco pop out of the water, but it wasn't really close enough here. The Sarco strangely fought a trike, a neutral trike that was just kind of wandering around, so it didn't aggro any of my guys. And it ended up being kind of a wash. I ended up interventing. I ended up circumventing. I intervened. That's what it is. I intervened with them to kind of sort out the situation, but it was kind of an odd little moment there. Also, if you guys did see that, I did put a feeding trough on the top of our house there because we are landing, of course, our avian friends, and our avian friends need food just like everyone else. So I decided to make one real quick. Pretty quick and dirty thing. We might make it a more formal way to make that happen and stuff, but we'll see. Also, it occurred to me that we probably don't even have enough room in that house for a all-inclusive property, shall we say. We have a lot of room there, don't get me wrong, but I think that we are going to be needing a bit more. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want you to... This is the same... No, okay. I was about to say, if this is the same raptor from before, the level 4, that is redonkulous. Oh my gosh. There's another raptor. How many of you idiots are there? Stop messing with the things in the woods. Okay. We've neutralized another. Let me see. Can we become friends? We're level 7. Oh, fudge. Okay. You have to be sure not to touch these guys. They're very protective of their territory, so just need to go up to its butt. Give it some food. You're really badly beaten up, and you are taming super slow. So this is what I was talking about, right? So these guys will tame, but they tame extremely slowly. Like, they're slow, then there's these guys slow. These guys do not enjoy being messed around with or anyone going near them, which is kind of a problem. But in general, I don't think there's a way to, like, expedite the process of them getting hungry. So they just seriously wander around, they just wait, basically. Kind of an annoyance. Level 4, that might have been a good candidate, but you know what? Don't have the eggs to feed you at the moment, so such is life. So you can see here, wait until it's hungry again pops up. So we have to just wait. It just turns into a massive waiting game. Oh, and I do see some Dilos getting sassy over here. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I don't care. Go ahead, spit into my eyes. I don't really mind. I'm a man and a bird. I ain't scared no ghost. In before I run into the friggin'... Oh. I was about to be like, wait, what if I do run into the Giga? Alright, down that bad boy goes. Let's go ahead and harvest him up. And I'm not really sure what we're gonna do with... Oh, fudge! Oh my god, scared the fudge out of me. What the fudge, Titan Boa? Literally fudge off. Alright. Let's go ahead and equip our crossbow, and instead of that, we're going to equip on our standard fair shots. God's sake. Okay, I think we're alright. Yeah, it looks like Titan Bow is interested in other things now. No, no it's not. It's pretending to be. Alright. Argentavis is hanging on. Okay, Titan Boa is down. And I think we are A-OK. Yeah, we are A-OK, fam. Wait, what? Oh, jeez, Dilo. Now it's not the time for this. Not the time. Okay. Dilo is down. Torpor not skyrocketing. I think we are A-OK. Let's go see how you're doing. Okay, there's another feed. And it just goes up such a minuscule amount. Just rip. Now, I do think these guys drop prime meat, but obviously can't really do much of the prime meat here. Pretty far out. So we're going to go ahead. I guess we'll reward. It'll be the good reward for our good friend Featherhead here. Poor Featherhead. The amount of abuse I put my guys through is ridiculous. I'm surprised any of them listen to my instructions anymore. They really shouldn't. If I was a dino or anything, like a critter that was in the game, I would be like, I don't really want to listen to this guy. This guy is not good news. Oh, there's another Measure Tame opportunity. Okay. Yo, dog, just be hungry all the time. It's a very simple solution to this problem. You just need to stay hungry. No, no, no. I'll feed you, don't worry. This creepy dude just following you around is going to eventually tame you. And you just... Lovely. Lovely. Well... Stop pooping! I mean, wait, actually, no. Poop might be good. Poop might be a sign that... Oh, making more room for more food? I like the way you think, girl! Alright. Featherhead, come with me. I don't want you to stay behind us. I want you to stay relatively near us. Let me feed you. Crap. My face went. Alright. Get hungry. Get hungry. No, it's bullcrap! I'm right here! I've been staring at this thing for ages. It's not hungry. Don't you feed yourself. I'll feed you. I don't know, man. Just don't know, man. I feel like those... Wasn't there that one researcher who, like, lived with the monkeys for a while? I kind of feel like that right now. I've been living with the gorillas. I've become one of them. In their fashion, I would do what they do. They crouch, and they poop. Okay, apparently I have forgotten how to poop. There we go. Lovely. I am one of them. Alright, so let me go ahead and... Great. I was screwing around and now I have no idea where our friend went. Excellent. There you are. Okay. Congratulations, team. We have now moved on to somewhere between a quarter and a third, it looks like. That might actually be a legitimate quarter. Ugh. Well, this is riveting stuff, man. This is riveting stuff. But then again, this is part of ARK, though. Part of it is just you have to hunt them down. And remember, we are on a fast... I didn't touch you. Okay. But we are on a faster tame speed. This is actually going by relatively quickly, comparatively to, of course, vanilla raids. Which would mean that we would probably be here until the day we all die. But let's see. Oh, look at that buddy. Pooping. Don't touch me. I really wish it would just stop moving. That is like the #1 thing I want this guy to, or this girl to do. Featherhead's just like camoing in with the freaking... Oh, that's great. Thanks for showing me a fair display of you just letting out whatever's inside. Did you please get hungry? Like, I'm begging the scene. Come on, get hungry. So, the thing is here, with these guys, if you run next to them, like, if you were to collide with them, they will flip out and they will hit you. And these things hit really, really hard. The knockback is something to be very careful of. Even more so than the actual damage of the hit is just the knockback. It can cause you to go into some really weird situations. We have, of course, learned this the hard way once before. Almost halfway there, guys. Almost halfway there. Just crouch. I saw this work in Metal Gear Solid. It should work here too, right? Nope, nope, nope. That's right. You ain't got the moves to compete with me. Okay. Staring right at this thing's butt. Totally creeping on a female gorilla right now. Alright, there's another measure berry for you. Okay, it's got halfway. It's got a respectable half. Slither, slither. Meanwhile, this monkey is just monkeying around. I wish they could give them bananas. That would actually make my day. If they add bananas into the game, the first thing I'm going to do is feed it to these guys. And they better go bananas over it too. Okay. Now, even though I did kind of make fun of the fact that, you know, obviously it's doing the animation of its eating. I don't think it's actually eating. I think it's, I think all it's actually doing is it's just doing the animation, because that's the animation they do for, I think, gathering fiber. Like right there, I just fed him already, but he's going back to eat again. I don't think he's actually getting hungry. Or she. I keep on calling it he. I'm sorry, fam. Well, admittedly, I would not be able to know about your gender. You guys look very similar. Female, male, you all look about the same. Only dino in this game that is super apparently male, or only critter in this game that's very obviously male and female, I think, is the reindeer. Okay, we should be getting close. When it surprise poops. Come on. Come on. See, this is why we need to make a dino trap. Then again, would you really want to be in a enclosed area with this thing? Would you really want that? Oh no. Come on. I'm not here. That is a figment of your imagination. Okay, how we doing? See, we've already gone down in taming effectiveness a fair bit as it is. We lost a potential level gain, even though all we're feeding is measures, because that's the only thing we can feed it. So I don't really know what else it wants us to do with our friendship here. Could you imagine if you're wandering around in life and then just every now and then a random person would just pop up from behind you, start feeding you, like, here, take this and eat. And you're like, okay. Just imagine me. Imagine me. Imagine that you're wandering around. You see this guy. You just see me. What? What the fudge was that? But imagine me walking up being like, hey there, you want some berries, friend? I know, I wouldn't trust me, like, fudge that. That's how people end up with milk cartons. And I don't want to end up with a milk carton. I don't want to. Wow, what happened to that dodo bird, man? It's weird that it just went missing like that. Please do not run into each other. I beg so hard. Ugh. Last thing I need is freaking watch. An alpha's gonna come out of nowhere, end us all. It's gonna happen. Just you wait. You mock my words. Alright, 75%-ish there. There's a Dilo near our bird. There's a Dilo near our bird. We don't mess around over here. Okay. Wait, where'd the monkey go? Monkey? Oh, there you are. Wow, literally behind a tree. Rip. Alright. Slither, slither. 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 I do appreciate how much work you put into working out, though. I do appreciate it. That kind of booty don't come without some mad exercise, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, or to poop. You gotta poop too, you gotta stay regular. Alright. Hey there. You are a level 19. I will let you live. We need more high level things in the area. Level 7. All this for one level 7 monkey. Tame speed. Not high enough. Man, I can't even imagine how long it's going to tame a Kwehs. Or, God forbid, a Giga. Just shadowing around, following a monkey. Wait until he gets hungry. Come on. Come on. Hey, there you are. Alright, I think 2 more feeds and we should be in good shape. And hopefully it'll be a level 9. I know we're kind of splitting hairs. It's like, whoop-de-doo, level 9. But still, level 9 is actually something to be appreciated. I mean, it could be level 7. Whoop. Why? I don't understand why they do, like, those weird about faces. Like, can't they just tell? Like, if I stand still, surely they're like, oh, don't run to the thing that's standing still. Surely it shouldn't be like, you in my way? Ridiculous. Woof. That was a rough land there, buddy. Yeah, this would be a gorilla / an ape or something along those lines. Not like a monkey. I call him Monkey Man though, because please never ever take any of my identification of any animal as like the actual identification of the animal, because as I've pointed out before, these things are called like Theomias or something. They're not called buddies. Yeah. Holy crap, a level 20? Speaking of crap. But level 20, jeez. But yeah, that's like called Theomia. I call them buddies. I call the frogs buffalo. But we will see. Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, badger, badger, badger. Wait until it's hungry again. Get hungry. Get hungry. I got Snickers. Don't you want Snickers? Nah. Okay, I lied. Jeez. Is this what it's like to be like someone being passive aggressive against you? Oh, for fudge sakes! One more. You fudging wood. You actually fudging wood. You're the worst. You hear me? You're the absolute fudging worst. You don't even drop big feces. What good are you? You don't. Oh, please, no. Yes, turn. Oh, thank you. Bless. Praise. Oh, you're heading towards danger. Can we not? What? It didn't attack it. What? So close. And yet so far. Okay, all we need to do is it needs to not die. What? They collided, and it didn't freak out. What? Hey! And level 9 it goes. Alright, come here. You're coming with me. You're coming with me, big bear. You are big girl. Big girl. Not big bear, but big girl. Okay, now the question is, can I pick you up? I don't think I can. Here, hold on. Try it this way. Can I pick you up with an Architavis? No, I cannot. Alright, so you're going to have to follow us the old-fashioned way. Let me get out of here and let me see where we are. Alright, we're going this way. Alright, so let's go ahead. Bring our first monkey, gorilla, ape, critter, back to base. Now, these things are really surprisingly quick. You can see there, it's like, you know, this thing is trained for the Iron Man. This thing is ready to go. She is just killing it. Look at her speed. Look at her grace. Look at her general all-around athletic ability. It's great. Now, these ones do have the ability to gather us fiber. Fiber gaming, at the end of the day, it's not really that important to us. I mean, obviously, sure, we'll take free fiber, I guess, but realistically speaking, are we ever really crunched for fiber these days? Not really. Because the sickle is, of course, getting us mad amounts of fiber. But could potentially be the case that these guys might give us even more, so who knows? Maybe we'll find out that things will be all good to go. I'm going to park the old featherhead down here. Then I'm going to actually hitch a ride with our new friend. These guys don't need saddles, which is, of course, pretty cool. Let me see. How much fiber do you get from these? Okay. Oh, crap! I forgot! Right-click makes you throw! Right-click makes you throw! I completely forgot about that. Alright, so let me go ahead. Let's hop on. And I don't even know what happens if you try to swim. Like, are we good swimmers? Not really. kind of derpy. And of course the beaver just hanging out doing its thing. Alright, over we go. And let's see. Let's go ahead and leave you for a wee bit of a test run then, shall we? So I'm going to leave it here with all these different berry bushes and stuff like that. And I do not want... This is just... I do mean this is just for testing purposes. I do not want them to clear this entire thing out because they're more worthwhile as berries than they are as fiber. But we're going to go ahead and let this girl wander a bit. And let's see how much fiber she gets. 153, okay. So she was at 153 a moment ago. Let's see. Hits another plant up, and dang, she killing it. Yeah, she got. Okay, these things do get a lot of fiber. All right, let's go ahead and tell it to stop. Okay, you can relax now. You can chill. All right, cool. So these things do collect quite a bit of fiber. Hey, get going. But these things do collect a lot of fiber for us. Pretty great. But let's go ahead, leave our friend here. And then I need to go investigate what the issue is. So, launch me! Haha! Uh-oh. Alright. So, let's go see what the beaver's doing in here. What are you doing? Like, what are you actually doing here? Because I don't think you're making any progress on building a home. Looks like you're just being an idiot. Here, I actually don't know what it will say. Okay, so if I go to options, and then no, not options. I want to go to survivor profile, and let's go look up this guy. So there it is. Let's view the dossier. Alright. Castroides is a large mammalian herbivore that tends to live near water, unlike other large beaver species. This one retains the chisel-shaped teeth of modern beavers, as is typical for beavers. They build dams as habitats, but the larger creatures on the island have a tendency to trample them. As a result, finding unsullied dams in the wild is quite rare. Beavers themselves don't seem to realize how dangerous the island is. I don't know if it's simply too dumb to notice the dangers, or if it just doesn't care. But they go happily about their day, playing in the water and gnawing on wood. The value of a tamed one is obvious from its physiology. The creature naturally gathers wood extremely efficiently, far more than the other species on the island. It's not the strongest one, so it can't carry a lot, but it is a natural lumberjack. Were they rating its abilities to do different things? Okay. Cut wood. Check. Can be tamed and is a good pet. Check. Can carry a light amount of stuff. Check. Is good fighter. Nope. Huh, well I don't know what it's doing. I wonder if it's just because it's just wandering. Yeah, I think it's just I think our friend's just confused. I think it's just getting a little bit confuzzled. I don't think it has anything to do with anything else. I think it's just getting a little bit on the confuzzled side. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's bring you a little bit closer to this side of the world. And maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe it's just a matter of we need to let it wander a little bit further away from the water so it doesn't get too interested in hanging out in the water. Alright. Okay, let's leave you to be. No? You're not going to chop that wood? It's not going after any of the trees. Is it beelining it for the water again? No. What? Alright, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on here. I thought I understood what was happening maybe for a moment, but now I'm just confused. It's not chopping down. What the fudge is it doing? Huh. Alright, well, regardless of the case, regardless of what the case may be, I think we're just going to leave it be to wandering around doing its thing. I originally thought that maybe, like, whenever it gets heavy, it just, like, wanders around, like, aimlessly. Yeah, that's what it is here. Hold on. Let me just take some wood off its hands. Here. Okay, we just took 200 wood off its hands. Yep, okay, so it does wander listlessly if it doesn't have much more weight that it can hold. And it just goes right back to wandering around. Alright, cool. So, regardless, we do have a new friend here wandering about. Let me go ahead and disable its wandering. And then let's bring him back to the fold here. Come back, little friend. Come back, little friend. Bring it over to this area here. And then I think we'll be in pretty good shape, because this is the only feeding trough that I actually refill the berries on, which is why I'm leaving them over here rather than by our actual house, because if I leave it by the house, they'll never be fed. They'll never ever be fed. But, okay, regardless, we got our pooper, we got our beaver, and we got ourselves a gorilla-er. I kind of want to maintain the whole pattern of but I don't think it's going to work out. Okay, I would need to stem you. I have to stem him to oblivion in order to get the poop out of him. But ooh, actually, we have a fertilizer here. That's what happened. Alright, so regardless, I'm going to go ahead and keep crack-a-lacking on as we have. And get ourselves a little bit more situated. And we will be back later when we hopefully, well, not this episode, but next episode, we're hopefully going to get into the gun, getting ourselves a dart gun, which will be going to be awesome. So we can go tame things a little bit easier, as well as going ahead and letting us get, I think, started on the Rex. We're going to try, I think, next episode for Rex. And of course, we're going to go off and do wonderfully great, grand things with ourselves. So if you guys are looking forward to it and you haven't done so already, think about subscribing to the channel if you are new. And also, if you are enjoying the videos for ARK, and you guys have been, sorry for the hiccups, you know, absolutely nowhere. But you guys have been absolutely killing it on the support for this series. So if you do enjoy it and you want to continue supporting it, leave a like down below. And I'll see you guys another time when hopefully these hiccups aren't going to come back. I'm really hoping I'm not trying to oppress them, because that would not end well for me, because I can't handle these hiccups very well. Alright, so anyways, I will see you all another time. Take care, everyone, and ciao for now.